Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make this awesome tree base. If you enjoyed the video, please do remember to hit that like button. I'd really appreciate that. But honestly, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I hope that you guys enjoy it. Let me show you how to make it. So, if you want to make it, here's what you'll need. Grab yourself some spruce wood, some oak wood planks, some oak wood stairs, oak wood slabs, oak fence, wooden trapdoors, buttons, signs, and some oak leaves. We also need all of the materials that you might be able to see in the inventory right now, so please make sure that you've got those, and once you have them, we can begin. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to create a pattern on the floor. We're going to place a spruce wood on the ground. Then we're going to place a spruce wood bottom left diagonally from that, bottom right diagonally from that, up right diagonally. So essentially what we're doing is we're creating this nice plush shape on the ground. And we want to take every single one of these spruce woods and we want to add 12 additional spruce wood on top of every single one. You can make it smaller, you can make it bigger, but I like this amount of blocks. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that is going to be the same for every single other spruce wood coming directly up from those spruce woods that hit the ground. So this is what we want to be working with. Now, we're going to take every single spruce wood at the top and we're going to place a row of 5 oak wood slabs coming outwards from the tops of the spruce wood. So in every direction, we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are creating a nice big sort of, it kind of looks like a windmill, honestly. That's what we want to have. Now, we want to connect these oak wood slabs together. We actually want to connect them together by doing this. We want to take every single oak wood slab and we want to extend them in the left and right direction, each by 2. So that's going to be 1, 2, and to the right as well. 1, 2. 1, 2. That's 1, 2 left, and 1, 2. That's 1, 2 right. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then finally 1, 2, like this. And we are now going to connect all of these together diagonally. So we want to take every second block and we want to connect them together using a series of diagonals, like this. So you want to connect them together diagonally. Basically, if you take one of these second blocks and you place a block inwards, to the right, inwards, right, inwards, right, inwards, you'll just connect very naturally. You guys will be able to see what I'm talking about. It's just connecting things together diagonally. I'm sure that you guys will be able to manage this without too much trouble at all. Like that. So now we have what is essentially a circle. We're going to fill the circle in using our oak wood slabs. So we're just going to completely fill this in using the oak wood slabs. Feel free to use oak wood planks if you like. I just like the slabs because they are thinner. That's pretty much the only reason. I feel as though the planks are a little bit chunky, and when you come to tree houses, I just prefer to use as much slabbage as possible because it gets hidden away easier in leaves. But that is what we want to have. What we now want to do is we want to place oak leaves all the way around our oak slab circle. So joining together at the corners, place a layer of oak leaves going all the way around the oak wood slabs. So you guys will be able to see what I'm doing. It's very, very logical. You just go all the way around, you trace along the outside of it using your oak wood or your oak leaves, and you go around the oak wood slabs like this. So it's a nice big circle like that. What we now want to do is we want to add 3 additional layers on top of this. So it's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3. And we want to do this going all the way around. So it's actually going to take quite a long time to do because there is quite a lot of oak leaves, but it's absolutely well worth it in the end. So just go all the way around, raise it all up. And I'll tell you what, we are also going to be adding a little bit underneath as well. because you might not have noticed it yet, especially if you build it in creative mode, but underneath you're going to find that the oak wood platform is very, very exposed. So after we have raised this up a little bit, which is going to be the main living space inside of the treehouse, we are going to be concealing the big platform that we have actually built upon. But you guys will be able to see that in just a moment. So we're just going to add all of this in here, like this. And we should end up with that. Very, very simple indeed. Now, once you got that sorted, we're going to take the oak wood slabs and we're going to add we're going to take the oak leaves and we're going to add an additional layer of oak leaves underneath this, right? Like this. We're going to add an additional layer of oak wood leaves underneath this. And then what we're going to do after this is we're actually going to we're going to add a layer of oak leaves inside of this as well. So once we've like extended it down by one row, so that we're like covering up the oak leaves, the oak wood planks, slabs a little bit, now we're going to extend it one row inwards like this. And it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, but it's just really to conceal our base, pretty much. It's just to conceal the oak wood slabs that we have used for the base. There's so many oak woods getting used in all sorts of different varieties that I'm getting very, very confused as I try and point out what materials are which. But that's what we want to have, right? That's the sort of deal. Now, next bit. We are going to place a layer of oak leaves above and inside of the top of the treehouse. So what this means is we want to place a layer of oak leaves like this that does not connect together at the edges as all of the others do. It does not connect together at the edges. We want to place it above and inside of the top of the pre-existing treehouse leaves. So this is going to create a slightly different, more realistic shape for the top of our treehouse, and you guys are going to see what effect this will have once we've completed everything. But we want to have something which should look like this, and I know it's difficult to see, but hopefully you guys get the idea. Add another layer of oak leaves on top of this, so just add another layer of oak leaves directly on top of what you've just made, like so. Wonderful. What we then want to do is we want to now add a layer of, once again, oak leaves that sits one block above and inside. But the difference now is that we want to connect the leaves in the corners. So instead of it looking 100% completely like either spherical or dome-like, we're having a mixture of the two. I found that it looks a little bit less odd when you swap between connecting and not connecting, like that. Now, the last component of this is going to be for us to place a layer of oak leaves that just sits on top of the empty space. So, on top of the empty space, one row above, everywhere that you have empty space, simply place oak leaves. So you can see me doing this now. I'm actually kind of just making the circular shape, and then I'm just going to fill it in. If you want, pro tip, if you do want to have some additional light in the treehouse, you may want to add a skylight at the top of the treehouse, which means maybe a little bit of glass around the top. I don't like that personally. I don't think I'm going to include it, but what we will end up is something that should look like that. That's a decent-ish looking tree. It looks very Minecrafty. It looks very simple. Now, we're going to add a window. So this window is going to be, it's actually easier if we build it from the inside. So if you want, you can find a way inside the tree. Find where the front of your treehouse is. And we are going to, at the front, destroy these three middle blocks at the bottom, if this makes sense. So we're going to create a window space like this. Does that make sense? So this is like the front of the treehouse, and if you take a look at it from the outside, you've destroyed those blocks. Now, we're going to use our glass, and we are going to fill this in. So we're just going to fill this in using our glass. All of those blocks. We're going to place oak wood slabs underneath this window, and above the window, and the oak wood slabs actually sit one block either side of the window, and that means that we can connect them together using oak fence. It's a very fancy looking window, especially for a treehouse. That's the sort of effect that we're looking for. I like that, that's good. Now, once you got that sorted out, this is what we're going to do next. So, you might have noticed that the treehouse has a base. So, not only the base that you live in inside, but there's actually a base to the treehouse. Like, there's a couple of farms and stuff at the base of it. So, what we're going to do is, all the way at the bottom of the treehouse, we're going to take out our oak planks, and we're going to go left. Like, at the bottom of the treehouse, we're going to take the left-hand side, and we're going to go left of it by 4 using oak planks. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to place a spruce wood, and extend that spruce wood towards us by 2, 1, 2, and upwards by 2, 1, 2, like this. We're going to come to the right-hand side. We're going to take the right-hand side of the treehouse. We're going to go right by 1, 2, 3, 4. Spruce wood, down by 2, 1, 2, up by 2, 1, 2. We're going to take the back of the treehouse and we're going to extend it out of the back by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Spruce wood, left by 2. 1, 2. Right by 2. 1, 2. Like that. So we have to connect these together now, don't we? So the way that we are actually going to connect these together is that we are going to place... And I don't know how best to describe this, but basically we're going to place, like, coming inwards from each one of the 2 second blocks, we're going to place 2, 2, like this. So to form, like, just to form a circular shape, we're placing, like, 2, 2, like that. Just to form, like, a normal looking circle, basically, is the entire idea. And on the front, we're going to do a similar thing as well. On the front, we're going to place 2, coming downwards towards the front, and 2. And then we're going to place 2 coming inwards, 2, and 2, like this. So can you guys see where we're going with this? And then we're going to place an additional 1 coming inwards. We're going to place 1 on top. And we're going to take those additional blocks that we just extended up and we're going to extend them outwards as well by 1, like this. We're going to place stairs in between the most outward oak wood blocks, and we're going to connect those stairs to the treehouse using oak planks, like that. Let's create the actual entrance to the treehouse. We're going to knock out these 2 blocks at the bottom, these 2 spruce wood blocks, and we're going to place a base in here. We're going to place a spruce wood here and here at the bottom of the entrance, left and right. We're going to place oak fence on top of that, and we're going to place oak planks on top of the fence. And we're going to place an oak slab in this position here, just above the actual entrance. And we're actually going to chuck a sign in front of that, just because it looks a little bit interesting. We're going to customize this by placing wooden trapdoors in front of the oak wood planks, and we're going to place buttons in front of the additional spruce woods. And if you want to light things up a little bit, you may find that you want to place like just a torch or something on top of there just to light things up. Now, we have to create some farms and some farmland and stuff. So, it depends how much of this you want to use, but I'm just going to create enough space walking around the bottom of the treehouse. I'm going to use some oak wood planks just to kind of create enough space that we can navigate the bottom of the treehouse, if that makes sense. So we can just navigate the bottom now, we can walk around. You might even want to place an additional couple of oak wood planks around the place so that we can kind of walk around, create sort of like a circular shape. Because the rest of the area here, we're going to place some grass or some dirt in here because we're going to have our own little farm. That's what this is going to be. It's going to be a nice little farm at the base of the treehouse, so we're not going to have some wasted space, and it's going to serve as a little bit of a barrier. It's going to make it so that not absolutely everything's going to be treading through what you've been working with. So, we're also going to grab some spruce wood, and we're going to place some spruce wood around the place. So, basically, we're going to place oak fence on top of every single spruce wood that is facing upwards. So all of these spruce woods that kind of like create the base of the tree house, the tree base, we're going to place fence. And in between those fence, we're going to place spruce woods to give the fence something to grip onto. It will be very apparent where you've got to place these particular spruce woods, because it will be where like the fence needs something to join together. You'll be able to see immediately. And then all we have to do is we just have to hoe the area a little bit. So this is where the pathways and stuff come in. We're going to hoe the area a little bit. If you wanted to keep livestock down here, that is also a very, very, that's a nice thing that you can add down here. If you wanted to have a water supply, if you wanted to add water, then that's something you could do as well. I might actually make a bigger tree base, because this one's kind of like a beginner, sort of like a very entry-level tree base. I might make one that's like a proper tree base, like it has everything that you need to survive. This one has most of what you need to survive, but not absolutely everything. So that's what we're working with so far. That is a lot of the tree base complete. Let's move on to the last bit. So halfway up the actual trunk of the tree, we're going to have a platform. This is just so that you can kind of check out your surroundings. You're going to feel safe. You can even keep some items. So we're going to place, we need our spruce wood for this. We're going to, above the torch, we're going to leave a gap of 1. So between the torch, we're going to leave a gap of 1. And then coming outwards from this spruce wood, we're going to place 2 oak wood slabs. So 1, 2. So like leaving a gap of 1 above the torch. And then we're going to take the top of the spruce wood above it, 1.5 really. We're going to place that. We're going to extend this oak wood slab left and right each by 3. 1, 2, 3. And then that's going to be 1, 2, 3. If you come to the back of the build and do the same thing, so the same block, it should be this one, you guys will be able to see, you want to extend it outwards by 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3 to make it even, and 1, 2, 3 like this. And then you can connect the front to the back to the front, and you can create a nice solid platform. But we're not just going to have a boring oak wood platform, we are going to make it look a little bit nicer. So what we'll do is we'll place spruce wood on top of each one of the 4 corners of this. We're going to place fence in between, and by the way, there is enough room to navigate the entire platform, like there's enough space. And we're going to place some torches on top of these spruce woods. If you want to have more elaborate lighting, feel free. And we're also just going to make the entrance, so we're going to knock out 2 blocks that we'll be able to walk out onto the platform, the front 2, preferably. We're going to place 2 fence coming upwards from the actual, from the entrance point. And we're just going to chuck oak wood slabs there, so to create a doorway. So you'll be able to see that that's actually made quite a bit of a difference to the tree house. The tree base. I keep calling it a house, it's more like a base. Some cool features that you can add are some glowstone hanging from oak fence. So if you take the bottom of the oak wood platform and you just chuck like a couple of fence coming down with like a glowstone, with like, I don't know, maybe just a glowstone coming down. I mean, these can be random, like they can hang as low as you like, or they could actually hang, very high. It's completely up to you. I mean, you're going to want to try and avoid, if possible, and this might involve destroying a little bit of shrubbery. You're going to want to try and avoid, like, any sort of collisions. So, like, from the front, you might want to have some lower hanging ones at the back, or not. It's kind of up to you. And I'd have at least 4 of them, I think. 4 is a pretty decent number for this. And I'm just going to hang them around the place. So, just so that we have a bit of a look. Yeah, there we go. We've got like 1 hanging low. We could have another one if we wanted to, but I actually don't mind that. That actually looks alright. And it really does spruce up the tree base. And honestly, that's most of the tree base complete. There's not really much left. To get up and down, there is a ladder that is in the center of the trunk. So if you just run up some ladders, coming all the way up to the top, I just realized that this is the block that we destroyed earlier. Here we go. And then inside of here is where all of the space is going to be. This is where all the living space is going to be. It's completely up to you with what you do with this. Like, you've saw mine from the beginning. If you want to have some inspiration, check the start of the video. But honestly, this is all of yours. This is all your space. You do what you want with this. You could feel free to go crazy, because there is a large amount of space. You can make it into a very nice looking tree base, honestly, and I think that it looks really nice. It looks very classic, it looks really good, and it's very beginner, and I'm hoping that you guys have managed to make this. And if you guys do enjoy this video, if this video gets some good likes, if you guys leave some nice comments, you let me know that you like it, then I am more than happy to make a bigger version of this with more stuff in it. But you'll have to let me know down there in the comment section. If you did enjoy this video, please do remember to hit that like button. I'd really appreciate that, really would. If you enjoy the content, consider subscribing to the channel. If you subscribe, click the little bell next to the subscription button. That ensures that you get everything sent directly to your sub box. I'm sure that you guys want that. Of course you do. And if you do want to check out any more of my stuff, you can see all sorts of builds in the background. That's more of a cartoony area. This is kind of like a survival base area. If you look over that way, we've got a bit more of a modern area. We do all sorts of stuff around here, guys. You don't have to just pick one thing that you're interested in. I kind of do it all. So check out the cards, check out the description below. I would highly suggest the cartoon builds playlist. That's a very fun playlist indeed. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.